Trust me, if you keep this philosophy at the front of your mind at all times, no negative feeling will ever belong to you again. And that includes anxiety. We should never analyze ourselves or our lives in the context of a negative emotion. It throws our brains further out of balance. There is literally a cop right behind me. We gotta put this video on pause because there is a sheriff right behind me. It'd be absolutely wild if I got pulled over under these circumstances. What's up? How's it going, gang? Let me get my mic on. Welcome back to the channel. So, I am feeling pretty anxious today, and I thought I want to go on a drive. So why don't you ride along with me? And hopefully by the end of it, I'm a little less anxious, and I bet you'll feel a lot less anxious too. So let's get going. When I start to feel anxious, before I do anything else, I make sure that I feel better first. That is actually why I decided to go on a drive. I always feel better in the car. It's a safe place for me to sort out my thoughts. We should never analyze ourselves or our lives in the context of a negative emotion. It throws our brains further out of balance. So if you are going to take some time and put some thought and intention into your negative emotions, make sure that you feel better before doing so. Thinking when you feel like crap is like searching for something in the dark. Turn on a light first, then start your search. Exercise, go on a walk, have a cup of your favorite tea, call a friend who's good at making you laugh, or if you're like me, just go on a drive. Remember, feel better first. Next, I'm going to disidentify. I often make the mistake of thinking these feelings are mine. And that's an easy mistake for me to make because they are familiar. This might be a bit of a hot take, but just because a feeling is familiar does not mean that you have had it before. My mental health drastically improved, like fundamentally changed, when I started to constantly remind myself that every second of life is brand new. No matter how much we think we recognize it, every thought, feeling, and experience is brand new. You have never had the same thought or feeling twice. Think of how many glasses of water you've had throughout your life. They all looked like water, tasted like water, felt the same going down, and hydrated you. But you've never had the same glass of water twice. Thoughts and feelings are no different. Trust me, if you keep this philosophy at the front of your mind at all times, no negative feeling will ever belong to you again. And that includes anxiety. It's an experience you're having for the first time, every time. There is literally a cop right behind me. It'd be absolutely wild if I got pulled over under these circumstances. Now I'm really anxious. Dang, came on this ride to feel less anxious. If this dude makes a left, I just turn on, oh, he's following me. I'm sorry, gang, I can't continue the video until this cop is not behind me anymore. So I'm just not gonna be able to focus. All right, gang, we're good. Back to the video. Back to anxiety. Okay, next, I'm gonna let it pass. Okay, so once I start to feel a little better and I can step back from the feeling and observe it with a little objectivity, I ask myself one simple question. Is this feeling serving me? What are these thoughts and feelings doing for me? Are they keeping me safe? Are they trying to tell me something? Are they trying to push me to make a change? If the answer is no, and the feelings are arising for no immediately apparent reason, then the response to them is simple. Don't respond. I don't run from the anxiety. I also don't obsess over it. I just acknowledge it, and I do my best to be patient until it passes through me. Gang, I know from more than enough experience that this isn't permanent. It won't last forever. This too shall pass. Sorry, it's raining a little bit, gang. You can probably hear the windshield wipers. I got them Rain-X windshield wipers. Not even sponsored. Giving Rain-X a shout out on the wipers. Lastly, I'm gonna remember who I am. 99% of the time, especially when it comes to anxiety, I conclude that my negative feelings are not serving me. Once I come to that conclusion and realize I just have to be patient and let the feeling pass, I also want to do whatever I can to try and help that feeling pass as quickly as possible. Obviously, right? I'd rather not be anxious. And nothing does that like remembering who I am. I remember that I am a logical person, and if this feeling isn't serving me, then it's useless. Why would I give my time and energy to something that has no utility? I remember my dreams and realize that this feeling isn't getting me any closer to them. I remember my loved ones and realize that they don't want this feeling for me any more than I do. I remember my place in society. I don't want to live in a world of fear. I don't want anyone in my community to experience the anxiety that I do. So I have to be the change I want to see in the world. Still hot, shout out Yeti. Not even sponsored, giving Yeti a shout out. Lastly, I remember that I love myself. I am someone that I am responsible for taking care of. And I don't want this feeling for someone I love. So I have to let it go. And just so you know, I don't want you to feel anxious either. Because I love you too. Turning around. I want to drive on roads that are familiar while I do this. I feel like that's a little safer. You know? Look at me. Got a seatbelt. Not even sponsored, giving seatbelts a shout out. My name is Henry, and I blend physical fitness, mental health strategies, and spiritual principles to help you overcome anxiety and lead a more fulfilling life. You can think of me like your personal trainer for anxiety. We can connect, I can coach you, and I look forward to getting to know you and walking this path together. So if you are struggling with anxiety, please take the first step and book a call with me directly at the link in the description. Thank you for coming on this ride with me. I am already feeling a lot better, and I hope you are too. Stay strong and keep experimenting.